it's a little dead meme. Fuck you, little bitch. You think you can fuck with me? Wanna go ring? Fuck you, little bitch. Hey, look, I hope it's bread. Fuck you, little bitch. You think you can fuck with me? Wanna go ring? Fuck you, little bitch.
Hey everybody, how's it going? It's been what, a year?
It's been a little while. It's been a while.
We're doing another podcast because people want this for some reason.
We're back.
Yes, we're back.
The Snark Tank is back in action.
We're here with imAllexx.
Yeah, I'm here, the killer of all podcasts. So if it's been gone for a year, expect it to be gone for like another 5.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, we're not. This is not going to be a constant thing, guys. I'm very sorry about that.
Yeah, we're good lord. So what is it? The July fucking 8th, whatever the I don't know.
This July,
probably not even 13th.
July 15th. You're way the fuck off.
I'm
dude.
way off. Whatever.
You're in the beginning of the month and it's the fucking middle.
That will be before VidCon that we've just attended.
Yeah, I don't know the dates. I wasn't even planning on going this year.
Were you not?
Nah.
Why?
Because I don't know.
You
I
would
was
have
just...
missed out on all the Nickelodeon stuff.
Yeah.
Oh my god, yeah, wasn't it Nick heavy this year?
Yeah, where were you, by the way?
I have a life. I'm sorry, I just got back from Mexico.
You said you were
I
going
was
to be there.
supposed to be there. Yeah, guys, I'm very sorry. I know you guys are gonna post a bunch of
No,
shit.
hold on, listen.
I've already been attacked severely on Twitter for it.
I want to mention the excuse you gave me. Which
I had
was the
to-
worst excuse.
It
you
was
could
a
have
valid
possibly given.
excuse.
No,
It
listen,
is.
Shut up.
Okay.
The excuse that I got a text message. He said he was going to be there on one of the days. I text him. I'm like, "Are you coming down?" He's like, "I'm sorry, my girlfriend's cousin is going into labor."
And you know what's the worst part? It's not a lie.
That's not a good reason. What are you possibly
Because
going to do?
I'm so integrated into I hate it, dude. I don't like it myself. I'm so integrated into the family. I know it's stupid. It's dumb. I get it.
What about the family of YouTubers at VidCon?
Oh my god,
They're
my
more important.
YouTube family.
The YouTube family's arguably more important than your real family.
Oh, objectively.
Arguably more important. My fucking disgusting Twitter followers are more important than my fucking family.
Yeah.
People that insult me. I posted a picture on Twitter, and the comments they left under that picture were so painful. It was the one coming out the shadows on the beach.
Oh, the dark one.
Dude, the shit they said to me in that picture was fucked. It was the funniest stuff ever, but it was fantastic.
So what are you complaining about if it's funny?
Because it still hurts a little bit. You can still laugh. You can laugh at pain, but like it's still there, you know?
Listen, all I'm saying is that was a shit excuse.
I'm very sorry, guys. Attack me all
If
you want.
my
I deserve it.
girlfriend was going into labor, I probably would have been like, she'll be fine. Right?
Yeah,
It's
I
just
get
like,
to meet
what, a
Jake
couple hours?
Jake Paul's out Tanamojo.
Oh my god, Jake Paul Tanamojo?
Yeah.
Is that a thing?
Now
Holy
you
Oh yeah, they
shit.
got married, right? Or engaged?
I don't know what was
Oh,
going
Is that
on.
really?
real?
He posted like a video today because I watched it 'cause I'm curious. I'm interested in him. He's such an interesting character. He posted this video. Like he broke in to VidCon on crutches. Got like a featured creator pass and everything. He broke in on crutches. Like he went around the back, climbed over the back, and he went up to like the hotel place where all the other YouTubers were staying. And because everybody knows it's Jake Paul, he's just like, oh yeah, here's 4 featured creator badges. So next time, that's what we need to do.
Yeah.
But put one of us on crutches, so we're not going to want to kick you out.
I'll go in a wheelchair.
Yeah,
I'll break my legs actually for real to commit to the bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go all in.
That's what they weren't gonna let him in. But
He's banned.
He's banned.
Yeah,
What?
Yeah, he's literally
Yeah,
banned.
he's banned. A lot of people are banned. I think.
For what?
We're
What?
probably
For what?
banned.
Honestly, yeah.
I'm surprised I wasn't banned actually after the fucking a few years ago. But
That was a great one. I
that
loved
was a fun one, yeah.
That was the first VidCon. Was that your first VidCon
that was
as
my
well?
first one. The
Yeah,
first
it
VidCon
It was a
was
great
a little nutty.
introduction.
We sat in
little-
front of Anita Sarkeesian panel, and that was apparently enough to get some articles written.
My favourite thing about that is that you guys were all in the front, and I was originally going to sit with you guys, but there was not enough room, so I sat like 4 panels back, and I realised very quickly that's probably the best idea.
No,
that
you
I've
probably
ever
would have been
had.
fine if you were sitting where I was, because I wasn't in any of the photos. even though, there's a wide photograph of that entire thing, and I'm still not even in it, even though I'm in the front row.
What?
I don't know how I managed to do
Are
that.
you not in the picture that you're in?
It's some weird like Mandela shit.
Were you wearing the camouflage hat?
That might have been
That
it.
you wear every... I got the picture. I was on Facebook today, and I got the notification of last time I was at your guys' place when you're living in the old place, and Chris is literally like wearing the same exact clothing.
Really, we're the same thing in VidCon
It wasn't
again?
the same exact thing.
It was
the
exact.
same
No,
hat.
it was
the same
exactly
hat.
the same.
No, it wasn't
It
exactly
was-
the same. I was wearing a t-shirt last time.
It was almost picture perfect. I couldn't tell which year it was from.
Oh, goodness, dude.
This year was...
Creature of habit, bro.
Yeah, I mean, the hat's good. It's a
It's
good
a good hat,
It's the only-
honestly.
it's the only hat that looks good on me. I tried to pull off the Teddy Fresh hat. Doesn't
not
look
work.
right.
He looks like a
Well, is it
Pokemon
what,
trainer
like
when he has a cap on. It's
yeah,
hilarious.
like the multicolored ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just looked like a problem.
I mean, I can't do hats either. I understand, man. I have too much this fucking mess of a hair on my head.
You can just cut it, you know.
Nah, dude. Why would I cut it?
All right. Well,
my hair reminds me of all the pain I've suffered. I want to keep that on me, so I keep my hair.
You need to see a therapist.
I've tried.
Or multiple.
I've tried.
Or just go to VidCon and then
Yeah.
offload on other people.
People were asking about you, man. A ton of people.
Dude,
like
it makes me feel so uncomfortable. That's like, because it's just strange to me that people want to see me there.
Yeah, it is. It's
weird,
a weird
right?
experience.
It's a jarring idea because I'm a fucking regular ass guy.
Everybody is. That's
There
the thing.
ain't shit
Well, I wouldn't
special
say
about me.
everybody.
Well, I don't know. I would say most of the people that I know, like you were getting fucking mobbed.
Yeah, it was odd because I remember when we all came last time. It was.
But you blew up since then, though. You've
it was
exploded since.
I
then.
was like really hidden. Everybody else was definitely. I probably had like 5 people come say hello at VidCon 2017. This time, I'd say probably. I wasn't really counting because it's hard to. You don't really.
No, it's super hard to count.
I wasn't really sure how many people were there, but like it was more than I definitely expected. It was very odd to come back. But then it's been 2 years.
People came up to me and they were like, "Hey, you remember me?" I was like, "Don't do that. Don't do that to me."
Yeah, because then I'm
Don't
like,
do that to me. I don't remember a lot of things. You know, I don't remember my passwords for the most important shit.
Dude, it's getting bad. I'm really forgetting those.
Yeah.
I had to give somebody my social for one of my credits in class, and I was like, I don't know it, but I swear I'm me. And they were like, "Are you sure?" I was like, "I swear this is me."
They'll put you in a fucking gulag if you.
Dude,
fuck
they
that
will.
up.
They will, like literally. I almost forgot my passport when I was in Mexico. That shit. I've never felt like I've been afraid of things, but I've never felt real fear like that. Like that's like, oh shit,
Yeah,
this go south.
They would not let you back.
yeah, it's the most terrifying thing because Will and Will who like lives with me back in London, he was on the plane back from California. You know, they come around on the planes and they have like the bins.
Yeah.
He accidentally had like his passport on his food tray, and he binned his passport on the flight on the way back to London. And I was like, and when he just messaged me when he got there, he's like, "Don't have a passport, don't know how I got it." He got in, he didn't ever tell me how. So we just wait. He was just like, "Yeah, I'm
He
Northern."
threw his passport
Away on the plane.
Did he
Holy
find it at
shit.
all?
Yeah.
No, he had to get a new one. But they let him back into the country.
That's insane. That's really fortunate for real.
Yeah, I don't know how he pulled that off. But a lot
That
of
would
talking.
not work from Mexico to America.
No,
they would
for
not
sure.
let that shit slide at all.
They'd
They'd be
shoot the
like,
plane down, bro.
they'd be like, "Nah, get the fuck out of here. There's
like
too many of
the
you guys
fight.
here anyway." And I'm like, "Oh, yeah, I swear I'm from the Bronx."
I don't know, man. Like I get it's weird, right? But like when you're in that environment, it's also like you're kind of primed for it. It's like an easy environment to kind of like, okay, this is probably what this is going to be for a little. But it wasn't just like you know, randoms. It was like people who like watched the channel who were like,
And
you know,
they-
I know that.
Nerd
but,
City
like,
was asking about you.
I know, but how do I explain it? Okay.
You're a pussy, is how you
Oh,
explain it.
I no, absolutely. I'm terrified of the whole social media world. It mortifies me.
Oh yeah, I can't blame you.
But what happens is I've known you for years, you know. So I like prior to you becoming a YouTuber, I knew Chris. I was
Right.
like, oh, Chris is this fucking. He's that guy that loves Halo, and he makes fucking horrifyingly dark jokes.
Right.
You know.
Some would
Okay.
say nothing has changed.
Nah,
It's
the same
still,
shit.
it's still this. We're really not that different from when we were younger, but like,
Probably a bad thing.
I mean, we've gotten.
I can't
smarter.
imagine my parents doing any of this.
We're smart.
You know what
No,
I mean?
I
Like,
thought about that the other
Yeah,
day.
you imagine your dad doing.
I always wouldn't like the idea of my dad having 20 podcasts. It would be weird. I don't want to know what he thinks about half the stuff. It's like you invite trouble when you do it. So I always think like, I wonder what it would be like if my dad was on a podcast. Probably
Yeah.
terrifying.
Oh,
That's
it'd
why
be-
I should start a podcast with my dad.
I
That'd
couldn't.
be
That would be
quite
actually a good
interesting.
idea. Actually,
I couldn't have a podcast with my grandmother. She's way too fucking old and like smart, but old. So like her views are like kind of jaded, but they make sense in a way. And it's like, fuck, dude.
they're just like depressing, but you can't argue.
They're not like they're so like critical, but like you're like, oh man, I can see how you do that because you understand the world. But like, fuck, that's kind of cold. Like, man, maybe we should kill off some people. It's like, whoa, that's cold, grandma. But like,
Is it like the
But like,
Thanos
I can
argument?
see where you're coming from.
like I know where you're
completely.
coming from, but shit,
That's like the Thanos thing, right? Where it's like, 50% of the world gone. Yeah, that's pretty bad. But
There's
like
some
also like
positives.
I can't really argue that really.
I mean, like it's like
I
I was
like-
rooting for him.
I mean, I was honestly.
I
Like,
wanted
when you live in LA and you have to sit through all that traffic, and you're like, yeah, you know, maybe.
Yeah, imagine if half those people were gone. They'd be like, oh, we
I'd
got
fucking
out
Thanos this
an
bitch,
hour
bro. If
ago.
I got the fucking stones, I'd make myself disappear too. I'd wipe myself. I'd wipe off half, including me.
Good lord.
you go first.
Yeah, I don't know.
I want to feel a painful one.
It's
though.
weird. Like I think about whether or not. Just think about if I have kids like in the far future, right? All of this content is just going to be like I have
Available,
photos
dude.
of like my great grandparents, maybe like a grainy photograph of them like stand like and they have
Looking
a story.
normal as well.
Yeah, yeah.
Whereas my whole Google search presence is just pictures of me not looking very ordinary. That is my legacy.
Isn't that crazy? You know how many times I've threatened to have sex with people that are my friends?
What?
Like I've
Wait a
said,
second, hold on. This needs to be on.
like you know the video of you when you were talking about Bunty being a girl, and I was like, oh, I'd fuck the shit out of regular Bunty. I'd fuck the light out of his eyes, and I was like,
right.
That's some shit that my kids might see one day.
Oh yeah,
it's like
I'm gonna make sure they see it.
It's
So,
like-
yeah, they're gonna keep that on a USB in a box.
Yeah.
This was Tom.
I have all the videos saved, and I'm
like-
gonna like keep them in a crate, and then when your kids are born, I'm gonna like make sure that they know about them. I will.
I don't want that. That's so fucked. That's so just like, hey, think strangely of your father. Your father threatens to fuck his friends.
It's almost terrifying because he's just threatening things with people that you've posted publicly, and that's the thing. It's like when people go, "I'll show people what you posted on the internet to loads of people," and I'm like, "No, don't do that." Because I did it, so it's my fault.
Exactly.
So I created this hell, and now I live in it.
I said it. I
I manifested this dark abyss, and I have to sit in it and
No
wallow in it
one
for
made me
years.
say that. I thought it was funny, so I said it, and now it exists.
I know, man.
Yeah,
I
forever.
feel like I get a lot of humor from my dad, but like even like I'm 25 at this point, and I can't imagine my dad even saying half this shit
Like
or
I'm
even
the-
finding it funny.
Like I'm
Like,
very
what's
Christian.
wrong with me?
Imagine your dad doing a VidCon meet and greet.
Can you imagine?
Yeah.
He's helped me film things. He helped me film.
Yeah, that has a
me
really good sense of
drinking-
humor.
Like I drank bleach in Times Square, and he filmed it, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm proud of you, kid." I was like, "Oh, weird."
You know, I wish he'd like go the full way.
Well, it was more like, you know, for a while YouTube was just this kind of thing, and I didn't really make any money off it.
Yeah.
And then he was like, "You should probably like get a job or something."
Yeah,
you
why
should go
not
to
do-
school. And I was like, "Nah, man, I swear, I promise."
Yeah, I
I'll
was like,
make
one
this-
day
I'll
this
make
will
this
fail.
something, and you were like, all right, I guess, and you made it something. He's like, good shit.
Yeah. Now he's like, "Oh yeah, okay." They didn't believe it really until I got them like a nice TV,
Yeah.
and I didn't sweat it. I was like, "Oh, hey, here's a TV, by the way, no problem." And they were like, "Oh, okay, I guess this is a real thing." Yeah, I'll film you drinking bleach and like.
Yeah, that's pretty much exactly where I'm at recently. My parents like want to go on a holiday, and I was like, "Oh, I'll pay for it." And then they went, and then they're like, "Oh, well, you actually make money."
Yeah, exactly.
Like we just kind of thought you just sat around and didn't do anything all day.
I guess it's hard for them to imagine because I spent so much time doing it for no money. 'Cause
Yeah,
I've been
I
doing
guess
it
that's
since-
it,
I've
yeah.
been doing it for like since 2008.
Like 12 years.
I had to get my dad to pay for the internet bill to be raised because back in the day there used to be like caps on internet bills. Nothing was really unlimited. We just like pretty much standard.
Yeah,
now.
like data caps.
And I uploaded so many videos to YouTube one month that I went over the limit by 50 gigs, and he got very angry. But then he paid for it, and then he paid for unlimited from that point onwards. So arguably, if he didn't do that, I probably wouldn't have uploaded as many videos as I did.
No, definitely.
Which some may say is a blessing.
I mean, maybe.
You should have capped me off. Should have stopped me from getting to this point.
It's like a bartender. You're just like, oh, okay,
like,
you
guys,
did
You've
that's
six
it,
minutes.
that's
done
it.
too many YouTube videos.
Take a break.
You ever
Yeah,
been
no.
recognised out in public with your parents?
With my parents?
Yeah.
Yes. There's one time at Universal, my dad wore a shirt, one of my merch shirts.
Oh, really?
With the logo on it. With the fucking channel logo on it, just to embarrass me. He did it specifically like, oh, this is going to be really embarrassing, isn't it? But it ended up working out because like somebody in the line recognized the shirt and they were like, oh shit, and we got bumped up to VIP. But because of that,
Oh, what?
but
Really?
yeah, it was
That's
awesome. It was
sick.
perfect day. But that's fucked up theme parks for me because now like I've done the VIP thing, and I can't
Can't go back.
do the normal
You
thing.
can't do the best version of anything. 'cause
I
it
could-
fucks you up.
And I could go back to I could do like a cheap flight, you know, and like coach.
I've
I
never
always go for like the even more space thing at least, but like I don't know, like first class flight. I've done that before, and it's like
I've-
this is nice, but like I don't know.
I've never
but
done
like
first class.
I-
I've
VIP
never done
shit.
first class. I did premium here for the first time ever, and that was it was good. But
It was nice.
I sleep the whole flight anyway. I missed
Exactly.
out on absolutely everything that I paid the extra money.
No,
for.
yeah, that's the thing about it. It's like you're just there to be comfortable enough to fall asleep, so you don't have to experience it in the
I
first
can't.
place.
I can't do flights, dude. I did a flight to Mexico. It's only like fucking 4 hours, and I had like almost had a panic attack. I can't do planes, man. I can't be away from the land too often.
Is it just me who, when he goes up on a flight every single time, this may be really grim, But I always kind of accept that
Yeah.
it could
Oh, no.
be the last time I am ever doing anything.
I
And I
every-
sit there and I always, I'm actually more surprised at how comfortable I am with that.
Yeah, I
Eventually,
remember,
you stop stirring. You're like, you know what? This is it. This is the end.
I'm
And,
like, actually, in fact, I'm willing it into the ground. I would
Yeah.
love to crash halfway.
when I went to
They're not
London
gonna let
once.
you back into the country.
I'll never be allowed on a plane.
No, I think the same thing. Like anytime I go on a plane, because I think like, okay, we're going in a box in the sky that I have no control over.
Yeah,
I,
but what are the
you know, I
odds?
guess I have to psych myself into it. Like I used to be deathly afraid of flying.
I'm
Like
horrified.
I never
of it
went.
still.
I was like, okay,
And it's completely reasonable.
Yeah, absolutely. You're in a fucking tin can that's flying through the sky really fast.
yeah.
Like that's not.
I don't know. Like every time I've been on a plane, I'm like, yeah, I could die here and it'd be fine.
I went
I'd
to
be
London
okay.
years ago, like when I was like maybe like 16. I went to London to visit family, and like I felt turbulent over the ocean for the first time ever, and it fucked me up.
That's scary,
bad.
man.
Like it was way different,
I've never flown.
and I just
across
like
the ocean.
I'm shaking now
Yeah.
thinking about it, but like
Yeah, it's a nightmare.
I felt it, and I was like, this is it. This is what they felt in 9/11. I'm done. I'm that's it.
resigned.
So I started crying quietly to myself as I felt the turbulence. And then we landed, and I was like, I'm not getting back on a plane to come back to America. And I was willing to stay there. I was willing to uproot
the
my
thing
life.
about like a plane crash too is that it's so. There's no way you're gonna feel anything. It's gonna be so quick. You know, it's a fucking
Yeah.
explosion.
Unless you don't die and you just get hurt
Who
real
the hell
badly.
survives plane crashes?
You never know, bro.
Well, I think some. Well, we don't really want to go into too much detail. I think some people survive for a bit, then you may drown.
Or you survive in a lot of
That's
pain
why I
and
only
you bleed
fly
out.
in the U.S. over like ground and mountains,
My worst
so that when I hit when the plane fails, I know I'm gone.
Imagine
Yeah.
you don't die. The only person that doesn't die, and like, well,
Yeah, it's like a Bioshock situation. You just skid back. You skid into the ocean. End up at a fucking lighthouse.
The worst one I've ever was landing. Like I was in this plane, and like I look out the window, like, oh, we're gonna land, and like he hit the ground so hard that the plane bounced up again. Like,
Yeah.
but like, and I was like,
started flying again.
and I was like, what the fuck's gonna happen now? Like, do we commit?
Off to a different vacation.
Yeah,
Now
so,
you're going
oh,
to
we're going
another
back
place.
to
It's
England.
like,
Sorry.
I have work tomorrow. I'm
That-
going back somewhere else.
Dude, when those planes land, they go still so fast, and like I
It's
always
terrifying.
think to myself like, I hope the brakes work. You know, like because we're going like
Because they're small wheels.
you're
It's
going
like,
like Mario Kart speed, like ridiculously fast.
It's
like
really
hilarious,
fast, dude.
and it's like, you know, this might be it.
Like planes move crazy fast to begin with.
Yeah,
And you don't really notice it because I don't notice it.
You don't
I'm
th-
too
well,
scared.
You don't
to
think about it because they're
notice
so far away. Usually, they're in the sky and they're just sort of, you know, it's like,
I was like, oh, that's not moving
kind of
fast.
slow.
I always try and I didn't try not. I used to always look out the windows. When I used to do like 2-hour flights to Norway, which are really comfortable. It's like getting on a train.
Yeah.
But when it's the 14-hour flights, I just don't look out the window. I just don't want to.
No.
I just kind of imagine that I'm like on a train that's just not connected to the floor.
I'm thinking of like a wormhole scenario, like in a science fiction movie where I'm like going through like this weird stream of energy. I'm like, oh, this is kind of cool, except for it being the end of days if it crashes. But like, that's real sick. I can't look out a window of a plane. I start shivering.
That's weird. I don't mind the windows.
I can't do it.
I used to get window seats, but I don't anymore, just because it's one of those things where I'm just like, if I do crash, I don't want to see it happen out the window. I'd rather just sit in there and just look down and be like,
You'd rather go out. You'd rather go out with no information.
yeah, I just like, right. So I'm always terrified, because I always end up somehow getting the seats next to the wings.
Oh yeah.
I'm always terrified one day I'm going to look out and the wing's going to be gone. I'm terrified.
I always get the window seats because I don't like getting up for people.
That's a good shout as well, to be fair. The guy I had on this recent flight would literally just jump over me. He was
Yeah.
acrobatic. He didn't have to move.
He'd just leap over you, like
Yeah, he literally would. And then he'd wake up the other guys next to me because he hit the fucking deck so hard. But yeah, he was just jumping over me back and forth. I don't know where he was going. He did it like 7 times.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
On what flight?
The one here for VidCon.
The flight here isn't that long, is it? How long is the flight here? From London?
It was like 12 hours.
Oh, that's pretty
It's a
long
long
actually.
flight,
Never
yeah.
mind. Yeah, that's a decent amount. I guess I'm thinking
to New York. It's
Europe
like
to New York, which is like
6.
5 to 6 hours.
to New York from there was like I think like 9 or 10.
What? 9 hours?
Yeah, 9 or 10 hours.
What the fuck did you take?
I don't remember. I just took
Take
a
a
plane.
connecting flight that like in some
I don't know.
random ass island.
I don't know where we stopped. I think we stopped once. I don't know where we stopped though. I was like, this is just weird. I don't want to do this.
Anyway, the moral of the story is that you should have went to VidCon.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
what I'm
it's-
saying.
In a plane.
Oh, man, that's take a plane to Anaheim. It's like a minute. I don't know what that was. I'm scared.
Whatever.
I heard I scream outside and I got scared because it was like it was like
knocking
a
the
scream that
door
was
down?
muffled.
Huh?
They're knocking the door down.
Nah, this apartment just sucks, man. This apartment's not bad actually. The building's just full of like we're right next to the pool in our apartment, right? So this is the particular sect of the building that just is loud and nobody really cares about it,
Yeah.
which is good because I could
Yeah,
film
because you
whenever.
could blend in. Yeah, because
Yeah.
I got evicted from my last place.
You got
making so
evicted?
much
Yeah, I got
noise.
evicted for, and I got evicted on video as well, which is even better. I was,
What?
we did like house parties for like 6 months, like every other day, no complaints, no nothing, and like till like 5 in the morning, loud music, everything. Then I just started recording videos at like 10 p.m. and the cutoff is like 11 normally. I don't know if it's the same here. It's normally 11
Yeah,
p.m. seems
about.
like a pretty normal cutoff. Like you gotta shut the fuck up, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was recording a video with George, and it was like looking at fitness Instagram comedians, and I was like using the scales and like doing weights, but not like fucking lifting like huge weights and dropping them. Just like sat in the living room talking like we are now, this volume and everything.
Yeah.
Because we're not like crazy YouTubers who just like, oh, welcome back to a wacky video. We were
Yeah,
just like,
yeah.
it's like it was literally just reactionary based stuff, pretty much. The first thing I hear is just a guy like, he must have grabbed a broomstick because he's like trying to punch a hole through the fucking ceiling. I'm thinking it's 10 p.m. What is going on? Then he comes like then the neighbor next to him. So the way the apartment was, it's like you've got a living room and then underneath it is like 2 other apartments kind of split under it directly
Right.
down the middle.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
So he pissed one guy off who slammed the thing. Who then pissed the other guy off who came upstairs. And what happened was he's like, "What are you guys doing?" And I was like, "We're sat in our living room having a conversation." And like I had the camera on me and everything. And he was like, "You guys have to like be quiet. You got to shut up." And I was like, "It's not even 11 o'clock yet. Like, so if you filed a noise complaint, it would literally wouldn't do anything because we're allowed to still be talking." I was like, "Just wait half an hour." And I said, we were literally going to be done in like 2 minutes. We recorded for probably like 22 minutes. It wasn't
Yeah,
long. And most of that is also just watching the videos. So it's not like there was much noise going on. But yeah, he was livid. And then I basically ended up with iNabber came out. And literally, because it's not Fraser's apartment. And Fraser just went, "Fuck off." And that really didn't go down too well. He wasn't happy with that. He was like, "Oh, I'm going to complain." We were evicted a week later.
That's
Oh,
fucking
shit.
crazy.
First-
I'm surprised we weren't evicted from our last place. We get a lot of noise complaints in the last place.
Really? This one we got one because of Smash. We got like literally it got so out.
That was like
of
a
hand.
Wednesday night at like 2 a.m. that
It
we were
was-
screaming.
We
were
used to
all
do
up
drunk
way
Smash and had no problems, like
Really?
drinking Smash Bros. And then the moment we just go to literally sitting in the living room, just talking like this, it was like that was apparently God knows what happened. Wasn't no change of neighbours, no nothing.
Weird.
I have
It's
no
fed
idea
up,
what
honestly.
it was.
People are finicky about noise. It's a bit.
In this from New York City, where we're from, noise complaints don't really exist, dude.
Yeah,
This
because
just
like it's always the
loud.
city's always loud and like
So
if there
loud,
really
dude.
is there's never really a noise complaint, but people will just come up to you in person.
And they'll be like,
They'll
"Hey, can you
hey,
lower
can
it?"
you like keep it down a little bit?" Or like that's when it's like, "Yeah, all right." You know,
Upstate, I got noise complaints.
well, how the you lived in like in a townhouse.
I lived
right?
like, how do I explain it? Like,
you lived in a house, but it was like connected to other houses.
yeah. So like, I got a
Yeah.
noise complaint there once because my grandmother went away and I threw a party, and like it got like out. It was like one of those like teenage parties that got way out of hand,
Yeah.
and I got like a
Dead
noise
hooker on the
complaint.
table, yeah.
Like not dead hooker, but like definitely like someone else's kids running around the house, and it's just like, what the fuck? How did you guys get here? So that was like really really bad. Like
Yeah, no, I don't know. Like
fine bad.
in Yonkers, people would just come up to us and they would just knock on the door. It was like, hey, you know,
Yeah, in the
that's
city's
really
never
it.
big
We
thing.
got that like once, and then it just like didn't get anything for like
Yeah.
literally 6 months, and then he came up again, the original guy who would like bang on the roof, because he'd do it like 4 or 5 p.m. Like when I was recording, like there's plenty of like podcast episodes where halfway through the recording I'm like, what was that? 'Cause I didn't know originally. I didn't know for like 3 weeks what it was. I was like, must be moving chairs around or something.
Yeah.
I mean, he eventually came up and he's like, "Can you stop?" And I was just kind of like, "It's an apartment building and it's like 5 o'clock. Like we live in here, and we're talking to each
People
other."
want you to live like super silently.
Yeah. So
Like,
then,
oh, don't live.
I don't
in it.
understand how that
let,
works.
Don't let me hear you being alive.
yeah. Then he
I
made
don't
a
want to
log.
know you around. I don't.
He made
so-
he made like a log, but like the log started at
Yeah.
like it would be like 10 a.m. unloaded dishwasher, And obviously,
that's so stupid.
But he had it. But he would do it like he must have not gone out because he logged every noise for about around every 5 minutes from 10 a.m. to like 11 o'clock, which is when the cutoff was, and then it would stop because that's when we'd all go to bed.
I don't have patience for that. Honestly, it pisses me off. It pissed me off at the last place when we would get noise complaints and we wouldn't know where it was. This place too, we had one so far. After,
and you
after
never know where it's
Smash
coming
thing,
from.
Well, we was just like we got like an email, from like the
Really, you got one?
We got an email from the management of the building, and they were like, "Hey, you got a noise complaint."
That's what we got.
Down. It's like, who the fuck would?
The thing is, I became
come up to me.
I became friends with the management. I became friends with the management of the building because they turned up and we explained it the first time. And I showed him the Facebook log, and I went, "Look, have you noticed how the clock it cuts off at 11, which is like when we're told to be quiet? It's like he's logging like unloading dishwashers, moving plates." I was like, "It's just very poorly soundproofed, obviously, if anything."
Yeah. Moving plates?
But yeah, like
when
you put your plate down on the table, you could hear that apparently.
It's a maniac. Someone that's a freaking lunatic.
I think he must have had his ear up to the. He had a step ladder.
He stood on the stool, put his ear against the floor, and listened to it.
Yeah, he was insane. And then I posted the video afterwards, and I end the video by being like, "Oh, we got noise complaints. Thanks for watching. See you guys next time."
We got evicted.
And when we got evicted, they said one of the reasons that we got evicted was because the fact that he found that video. He found it. He found my video, and he reported it to the people who owned our apartment and got us evicted.
How the hell
God
could he
knows.
have possibly?
He must have been a big fan.
He might have heard you say your name a few times at the end of your videos, and you had.
I mean, if he could hear
the whole
everything,
ladder
he
thing,
probably just typed in the transcript.
I mean, yeah, probably. Probably just looked up Logan
script.
Paul videos.
Yeah, but he just
Yeah,
went through all of them.
And eventually found you.
Good lord, man.
Yeah,
I don't know.
crazy, man.
Yeah,
I mean,
some
because
people get bothered too easily. They lament in the fact that they're annoyed so much. Like I don't care enough to get annoyed. It's like whatever.
Yeah, if I hear a noise, I'm like, it sucks, and then I'll continue going on my fucking day. I don't know.
I don't even report like scary. Like if I hear someone scream, I won't even report that. I'm like, that's none of my business. It's like I'm not gonna.
A problem though. Like
we
were talking. I was talking. I can't remember who it was. I think it was like talking to like Nerd City and Rusty Cage about it. But we were talking about like Amber Alerts and like whether or not.
Yeah, I was there for
Amber
that.
Alerts are ridiculous. Like they expect you to lose your mind.
Well, because
find that car, find that van quick. It's like no.
I just know for a fact that every time I've ever gotten an Amber Alert, the only thought process that goes through my head is, I want to stop that noise. That's really annoying. I don't think I've ever read an Amber Alert. I don't know what I'm looking for.
Literally every time I get an Amber Alert, I turn off my phone.
Just completely.
It's like
we don't get these in the UK.
My phone is useless to me now.
The UK is so safe.
No,
nobody gets abducted.
I've seen somebody get stabbed before.
That's a real big problem in London.
I was as far away from him as I am to you now. Like about probably half a meter.
Like that's a real big problem. Like I thought it was a joke.
No,
it's a huge problem. The stabbing problem is huge. No, it's like gigantic.
No,
it's like really bad.
I really didn't believe it. And then this is gonna sound terrible. I was at a Logic concert.
Well,
I was saying, at Logic. I was like, it's gonna be very safe. No, it's Logic. It's like the safest rap there is. So
he's talking about how sad he is. Then someone takes out a knife. Like I'm so sad.
I was in a pizza place. You know, obviously pizza places they got like a big glass window with a phone number on the side. Mm-hmm. And I'm sat next to the glass window, and like there's like 6 guys outside, all with their hoods up, and I just hear I'm like eating this margarita. And I'm looking out the window. I'm looking at these guys, but trying not to look at them because I could tell that they were the type of people carrying knives. Stereotyped them.
I cased them real quick.
And I was like, those people have knives. And what happened is that they were all out there, and then one was like, "You've got it in your pocket." I think he stole his drugs, and they were all meant to be selling, but he basically pickpocketed one of them.
Right.
And he's like, "You stole my whatever you stole, it's in your pocket." And he's going, "No, it's not, no, it's not, no, it's not." And then he lets the guy put his hands in his pocket and he finds exactly what he was looking for. So he pulls it out of his pocket. He's like, "Oh, you had it. And they push him up to the glass wall. So I'm like against this glass wall. His back is now next to me.
Yeah.
And then they all just start, but what looks like punching him, but you could tell by the action that it wasn't. And
it wasn't quite a punch.
And then you see who was up against the glass wall. Then the glass window was like covered in blood, and I didn't move. I don't know what to do. I was terrified, so I just sat there. I was still eating my pizza. I'm looking at this, and he's being basically murdered in front of me, and I'm terrified. And then the guy in the pizza place was able and then he's like trying to fight back. They get to the point where they almost accidentally like push themselves through the door. And the guy who runs the pizza place is in the door with his arms and legs spread wide, and he's just pushing them back every time they get closer to the door, like onto the glass window again. Then Faf9, who you've met, Faf goes, "World Star!" And I go,
"Oh my God!"
And I go, "They've got a knife! Don't do that!" Then our Uber pulls up.
Oh my God!
They're
You have to go
still
out
stabbing him, and I step towards the door, and one of the guys is there, and I just go, "Oh, that's my Uber." And he just go, and he's like standing there, like getting ready to jump in. He just goes, "Oh, sorry, mate," and he just steps out of the way and just and he lets us all get in our Uber.
Sorry,
and as I
bruv.
get in the Uber, I could see, and the kid was just sit there. He was just sat there. They ran off like after.
That man is absolutely.
He
dead.
died.
They
probably.
sat. I don't know.
I mean, the dude.
I didn't see the
The
ambulance.
way
get
you're
there.
describing it makes it sound like
He
he
got
was
stabbed
stabbed
a
for
lot.
like a whole season of a TV show. Is how you describe it.
It must have gone on, I'd say, for probably about 2 solid minutes.
That's a
which
lot.
is a
That's
long,
a lot of damage.
a long time.
You can bleed pretty fast, and
yeah.
Holy shit!
I have no idea. We googled it the next day, and there was like literally not even any news about it. God knows what happened.
That's fucking crazy,
yeah,
man.
there was
Holy
it
shit!
was outside Alexandra Palace.
that's so intimate, dude. I've never seen someone get like killed near me.
Yeah, not that close.
Like I see somebody get shot from like a street away, and I'm like, oh fuck, that guy's head's gone. But never like
Yeah, so
up close
I've
and
never
personal.
seen that. But
I saw somebody get shot, and I was like, holy fuck, that
stabbings
guy's
are
hurt.
fucking violent.
It's
Yeah,
intimate.
It's like
it's more intimate.
Yeah, that's the thing about it. It's like any weirdo could just kind of get a gun and be like, oh no, I didn't realize. But like a sword is like you take classes. You know,
No,
it's
like
like-
no,
it was
a
like- it was
knife
like-
is like they can touch you while you're doing it. That's what makes it like somebody can like.
Oh,
put
they
their
like
hands
there was
on
like
you.
5 guys, and they all had like pen knives, and it was just like
Jesus Christ,
so
that's
fucked.
5 like rapiers basically, like fucking plunging.
Yeah, that
Oh my
was
All because
God.
you like pickpocketed.
yeah, pretty much.
Pickpocketing is such a Harry Potter like Oliver.
But
Twist
it's so
fantasy.
it's so
Like,
insane
You
though.
don't hear about that here. It's
'Cause
like
if
usually
you're-
somebody gets robbed.
Yeah,
here.
we
They
get
don't
robbed. We don't get pocketed. Yeah.
It's like give me your fucking wallet. It's like it's this again. I love that Faf9 was there to yell that.
Yeah, World
Faf
Star.
is the guy that I was telling you. He sounds exactly like KSI.
Yeah, they
Chris
work.
said he
They work
sounds
together.
and looks like KSI.
They work like they basically work together like so close. He does like all his
Yeah.
thumbnails and stuff.
He's really
so
cool. He took a bunch of great photos.
Faf's great. I basically get him to help me with everything that I don't know how to do, which is like
Yeah.
everything. So
That's
he's
so
like,
nuts.
I'm just like, please, he's great. But
It's amazing
in
how
that
many-
situation, not very useful.
No, yelling world star bringing murder is
Goading 6 people with knives while shouting World Star.
That's just
And then he went, well, I told you we were going to East London. I was like, don't diss the area code.
That's where I
'cause,
was. That's literally where all the black folk are in London. I was like, oh, I'm
I'm pretty sure all of these kids were like white 16-year-olds.
Yeah, sounds about right.
That's
Yeah.
literally where I went in London, and I was like, because I went to London once to visit my sister who lives there, because Jamaicans for some reason go to London. I don't know why, but like I went there and I was like hanging out with like her the people she knew in her community, and it was like a bunch of like gigantic black people that sounded so aggressive, and I was like, why is everyone screaming at me? Every word they used was like yelled at me.
Yeah.
Like instead of hello, it was like hello, and I'm like, oh. Okay, chill. And they were all so much bigger than me.
It's
Like,
just London in general. Everybody hates each other.
it was
Yeah.
so creepy.
Well, you're
Everyone
pretty
speaks-
soft spoken. You don't sound like
Yeah, I mean, I lived in the south, so I suppose, luckily just avoided that area by like an hour and a half.
By instinct, you just like, I'm not gonna go. I don't
But
want to scream down.
I've been threatened to be stabbed once. I was absolutely hammered outside of a club with George Memulus, and we were outside and we walked outside the McDonald's because we saw these 2 guys, and we could tell that they were because we came out at like 3 a.m., which is closing.
Yeah.
So we were like completely fucked. We'd been in there all night, just us 2. I was like, McDonald's is CCTV, so I was like, head to the McDonald's as soon as possible. And as soon as we started walking out of the club, these 2 guys followed us, so trying to talk to us. I was like, if we get to the McDonald's, I was like, there's no way they're gonna stab us outside of McDonald's because you had like over CCTV.
Yeah, it's not a pizza place.
Yeah, they weren't wearing masks or anything.
Right.
Whereas the other guys with their hoods up and were like, they seem to be a bit more prepared. For the
Right.
idea they're about to stab somebody. But But yeah, they wouldn't leave us alone for like 40 minutes. Then the McDonald's employees came out, and we were like, I just remember telling them, we were like, can you help us? And they walked away from us. The McDonald's employees left us to die. I suppose it's not on their payroll.
Dude,
Yeah,
that's I hate.
You don't
to
get
be,
paid enough. Like
I hate to be
You
that
get
person,
paid
but that's
enough.
not my
somebody came up to
problem.
me like, because I used to work at Sears. If somebody came up to me at Sears, like, listen, there are people after me. I need help. I was like, dude, I make like $7 an hour. I'm gonna go
would've-
home. I'm sorry. Should have, maybe been a bit more prepared.
I would have like, dude, I'm like, yo,
Make
go
better
fuck
life
yourself.
choices.
Even
You know,
on my
it's really
current
easy
job,
not to be targeted by assassins.
I'd be like, yo, just go fuck yourself. Get out of my way, dude.
I actually
Or I'd be like, get away, don't draw them to me. What's your fucking problem? I'd start threatening
yeah,
them.
I'd be like,
What's your
threaten them,
fucking
like, what the
problem,
fuck?
dude?
You bringing people here who are violent? Get the fuck
now
out of
they're
here.
gonna kill me. Are you serious, bro?
Where's the nearest McDonald's? They'll protect us.
That was a weird. That was a weird strategy.
It was literally like it was literally like
Right.
four like shops down. I was like, I was also really drunk, so
That's
I didn't
fair.
really,
Yeah,
I don't have a
Not
clue
the-
what was going
not
on.
the top of your game.
They left
I
us
was threatened in a bar in Edmonton, in Canada, when
I've
I
been
went.
threatened so many times. I don't
Because,
remember
like, some
anymore.
dude-
I don't remember
No, it was because
anymore,
some
dude.
some dude in the bathroom. I was like pissed drunk. I was like, oh man, I don't know what's going on. And some dude was like, hey, I know you. I don't like you. It was like, I guess they like thought like I was like all right or something. Is my assumption, because I don't know what I've done.
I've
other than
had
that.
actually like the similar thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but like by like 30-year-old guys. It was really weird.
That's weird.
Alex, how
was-
old are you?
I'm 20.
Oh, geez, you're a child.
Yeah, I'm a young man.
Yeah.
I was in a McDonald's again, and a bunch of drunk guys walked in. I was completely sober this time. I was just using the machines because I don't want to talk to anyone.
Yeah.
You know, when you're using those machines, it's universal for. I would go up to the cashier when I speak to somebody, so don't fucking talk to me. This guy comes around, he hangs on the other side of the machine. He's like, "Oh, what are you ordering?" And I'm looking at him, and I'm just like, "Chicken nuggets," and he was like, "Save some for me." And I was just like,
what?
And I just laughed because I wasn't gonna say no. But
Gotcha.
I wasn't gonna say yes. And I was like, funny. He's like, no, seriously, save some for me.
No,
And I'm like, you just walked into McDonald's, mate. You could order it yourself. But then his mate walks in, also pissed drunk, goes to hang around on his shoulders, and then he goes, "Do you know who that is?" He's like, he's a YouTuber. I don't think he really was completely too sure it was. He's probably just my face somewhere.
Yeah.
And then he was like, "Oh mate, I didn't realise you were famous. I'm so sorry." And he was like, how many nuggets you gonna get? I was like, what do they care how many nuggets I want? It was so odd.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was gonna threaten you, but then
I found out you were a YouTuber, so I was like, no, you can have your chicken
I'll
nuggets.
never threaten you.
friend.
Keep your nuggets, sir.
Yeah, it was
I
so
don't need 'em.
odd. And
Can you imagine you threaten a YouTuber by accident, you get exposed, and then your life is over?
Imagine
your wife
that.
leaves you because you fucking threatened
You
dinosaurs.
threatened-
you asked the YouTuber for
You
chicken
threatened
nuggets.
Chris Ray Gun. Do you know who that is?
Do you
I hate
understand?
you now.
What did you ask him for? 4 chicken McNuggets. Just pay for them yourself, mate. It's like
Fuck,
$2.
I could go for McDonald's.
That's so fucking weird, dude.
Yeah, it was a very odd experience. I was very confused because, like, normally, like a VidCon, you've seen my target audience are like 13-year-old girls.
yeah.
You know, 3 30-year-old men walk in. Like, I would say, like, late 30s as well. And they, like, so odd that one of them recognised who I was and was just like, and he's like, no, don't. I mean, he literally like, you can leave him alone.
He's
I was
good.
like, if I wasn't a YouTuber, would they all have asked me for my nuggets? Probably. They would have picked on me.
Oh my god.
That's terrible.
So I'm generally in favour of pizza places and McDonald's now. I can't go there in London.
What? Ah, come on.
I'm joking. I do go.
I still go anywhere. Like, it's never going to keep me away.
Well,
Yeah,
as Uber
I've
Eats.
actually. Oh yeah, I guess so. Yeah, you could just Postmates.
I've been
everything.
recognised by an Uber Eats driver, and that's really awkward. Cause
That's the scary thing.
They're at your
Because then,
front
like,
door.
They know where your house is. That's fucking so...
oh, are you Tom Sweeney?
Dude, I got recognized at school way more than once, man. I got recognized at Sears. And it's like,
What are
I'm
you doing at Sears?
buying shit for my vacation.
You went to Sears to
Just
buy
buying...
anything?
Because, what's it called? Because they have cheap socks there. I was
Yeah,
like,
they
I'm
have
trying
cheap
to-
everything there because they're going out of business.
Yeah, so I went there and got socks. Bro, just don't front me.
All right, yeah, man.
And the man was like, "Oh my god." We're like, "Yo, you're so freaking hilarious, man." I was like, "He's gonna say I hate the gays. He's gonna say it. He's gonna say it right now. He's gonna say it right
Is
now." I
that
was
what
like, "Oh my
everybody
fucking
says he
God,
makes
dude,
you?"
I fucking can't."
You're the one who ad-libbed that. It's your
But
fault.
dude didn't put the whole fucking thing in, so they only got the terrible part of the conversation.
Chris has got big swallows.
Literally, all I was like, "I'm Tom Sweeney and I hate the gays," because they're just regular people and I hate them for being regular people.
That's
And
the whole quote.
that was the whole quote.
Well, that's not what made it into the
And
final
that's
edit, is
not
it?
what he put. And I was
Oh,
like,
of
Chris,
course
why
not.
would you put that part? And he was like, it's fucking hilarious. No one's going to know. No one's going to know. Fucking 25,000 followers on Twitter later.
No one's
and
gonna
it's
think-
like, every time I
Right.
post something, there's one little fucking piece of shit. I'm Tom Sweeney. I hate the gays. It's like, bro, I'm going to have a gay
kids come
son.
up
Watch
to
it have a gay kid. And
Collabs,
it's like, fuck.
collabs have too much power. They really do.
I hate
really
it, dude.
don't like recording collabs with other people because I like the worst ones when I'll say something under the impression that my friend's going to edit it, and they go, and then they turn to the camera and go, "Oh, James, cut that out." I'm like, "Fuck, the editor's." Oh no, this has already gone to more people than I ever could possibly wanted that to go to.
I have the opposite where I want a joke to end, you know, and then it'll just keep going. Like, because I cut at the end of like pretty much everything.
Yeah.
'Cause I like to speed shit along. I don't like to sit there and like, I don't know. I know a lot of people who just sit there and like a friend of mine, Quentin, does he does this thing where he talks really slow. And
Yeah,
he'll just leave a lot of, like, you could trim those videos down to like maybe like 4 minutes.
I feel you.
But they're like 17. It's like, what are you
Ugh.
wasting my time for? But I've
I
done a lot
love
of
25-minute commentary videos. They're my
Yeah.
favorite.
I don't have. I can't talk about something that intently.
for
I
that
can barely
long.
write about something that intently, even though it's important.
Well, it's just like, I don't know. Like, I don't know how important any of this is anyway. So like, just
Probably not
you know, it's
at
probably
all.
very. It's probably on the scale of like things that are actually relevant.
To not
Very little.
exactly.
So like the idea that I would spend an hour watching any, like, I've seen an hour or like 2 hours. I remember I saw this review of something that was like I think like 3.5 hours.
was the crash scene we saw in the living room? I think it was.
No, it was. I can't remember what it was. This is years ago. But I remember being like, "There's no way this is worth my time at all." And it wasn't like that because there's a famous one that's like really long, the Red Letter Media one.
Yeah.
The Red Letter Media, they reviewed like Star Wars prequels, I think.
Yes.
For hours. But that's a super entertaining watch. And this one's just like, I don't like this. It's like, okay, cool.
Yeah, I always.
You spent 2.5 hours telling me that you just don't like something.
Sometimes I click on a video and then I'll be like, "Oh, what the fuck? This is 44 minutes long." I was like, "How?"
It's the watch time.
I can't understand it. Like I watch videos that are like for the it just matters how insightful it is, I guess. But some people don't have like very presenting voices to be able to encapsulate people for that long. So like some people, like, they sound fine for a second, but then it's like, I can't listen to you for 40 plus minutes.
Yeah.
Or I can't listen to you for more than 10 minutes. Like, this is gonna hurt my head. You don't have a voice I want to hear that much.
It's like a lot of people who, like, I get a lot of anytime like I put out one of these podcasts,
Mm-hmm.
there's always like one person. It's like he sounds differently than he does in the videos, and it's like, yeah,
Yeah.
who the hell would want to listen to an hour and a half of like, how's it going?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, I
Yeah.
will shoot myself
Yeah,
dead.
every time I'm on your video, I give
funny
myself
voices and weird pauses and yeah.
every time I'm on like every time I talk on a podcast, I'm just speaking like I'd regularly speak.
Yeah.
Whenever it's like it's a little skit of me and you saying something else, I slur my words a little bit and I just make myself sound like a fucking maniac. That's how.
That video we did a video a couple was it like a month or two ago?
Which one?
At this point, where we were arguing about space.
Oh yeah, that's not my voice.
That's your voice.
It's not my voice.
You don't want to admit it. He got caught looking like a real. Like,
Oh, I
fucking
did.
dumbass.
I've seen that video.
I look like a fucking
that video is fucking hilarious.
Dude,
Wasn't it on the stream?
Yeah, it was a stream. It was just I happened to be recording on OBS.
I have
and I was
such
love
a
that
terrible
video.
concept of this universe and this planet, dude. Like, literally, when I think about how little, like, even today, we were talking about Europe. I don't know where anything fucking is in Europe at all. Like, I don't know where anything.
Neither
It's
do
really
I.
bad.
I live there.
It's like, what? But you live, like, sort of remote, like,
I'm in London.
it's
I
like-
should know.
Oh,
When you're
yeah.
in London, you have no excuse. You want to know everything about every culture at that point. I just don't. I don't go outside.
I don't know
I have a friend in I think Wales, right? And I was supposed to go over there and film some stuff with him. And I was thinking about like, oh yeah, I'm flying in London. It's probably closed, right? And I look it up. It's like 3.5
My
hours
favorite
or
thing is when
something. It's like, oh, shit.
Americans are like, "Oh yeah, I'm in London. I'll be in Birmingham." I'm like, "That's 3 hours away." So they're not the same places.
I don't know
It's
shit.
like San Diego and LA.
Yeah, I really thought
Well,
that. I really
it's
thought San
like
Diego was near LA before I got
Anaheim
here.
and Los Angeles. Everybody's like, "I'm in Anaheim," and I'm like, "Yes, you're like." So George was staying in West Hollywood. I'm in Anaheim, and he messaged me going, "How far away are you?" I'm like, "Oh, like a whole state away from you."
It's far,
It's like-
dude.
Anaheim wouldn't be so far
Traffic
if it
makes
just wasn't for the
bad.
traffic. Like I got home in like 34 minutes.
Anaheim is just out of the way. Like, it's just out of like the near vicinity. But what happens is,
why don't they do it in the LA Convention Center?
I don't think it's big. I don't think it's big enough. Is Anaheim?
It absolutely is big enough.
Is the Anaheim one bigger?
Maybe it's more.
It's got to be more expensive.
Considerably more expensive.
Yeah.
Do you not have like a tube system? A train system?
It's really bad, dude.
Not out here.
Because that is what saves London. If I Uber anywhere, like 50 minutes. If I go on a tube, it's 15 to the other side.
It saves any city, any developed city that it's in. But they can't build it out here because the earth shakes sometimes.
Yes, that's been fun.
You were here for that?
I landed in LAX literally half an hour before the 7.1. And I didn't notice it. Because I was in the car with soundproof headphones on, and when you wear soundproof headphones, you get this weird effect where everything just shakes anyway.
It fucks your equilibrium
which makes it impossible to listen to any of the music with soundproof headphones on. Better off just normal ones.
Yeah.
And it was just shaking, and I just didn't really notice anything. It was like shaking anyway, and I was completely zoned out and trying to sleep. But then I got to the Airbnb, and it was like, wow, how was the 7.1 earthquake? And I was like, I don't know, probably was amongst all the already terrible shaking of the LA roads already. So it's like,
yeah, dude. I was in Mexico when it happened, so I was like, our family was like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "Honestly, I'm drunk as shit in Mexico. I don't know what the fuck's going on right now."
We were in Vegas and we still felt it.
Dude, I've never experienced earthquake.
So it must have been in like the Mojave, I think, is in the desert. Because like, there's no way it was a 7.1 in Los Angeles. If it was a 7.1 in Los Angeles, everybody would be dead. At least like a good percentage of the city would be.
Some shit would be fucked up. Like roads would be fucked up.
You understand? Like the thing that the Japan earthquake was around that. I think it was less.
Really, it what?
It was less. And
but was it directly on? Was it directly like?
It was directly on. That's
Japan?
why.
Yeah.
It's where it is. It's
and
like
then
the aftershocks are more like, you know.
Then there was a
4.
There was a 5. I think there was a 5 when we all left at the party at 2 a.m. And even as soon as I left, didn't notice it again.
Yeah. That was the first earthquake I ever felt. It's amazing that LA sucks so much that even the ground wants to just get the fuck out.
Well, last time I was here, we were in the Uber, and you were like, "Oh, look, the hill's on fire," and I was like, "Haha, very funny."
No, it was.
And I turned around, and I was like, "Oh fuck, no, the hill's on fire."
Yeah,
I've never seen that.
When
before.
we moved into this building,
it was on fire.
The hills were on fire. Literally.
It was 117 degrees like Fahrenheit
because of the fire,
which is a lot.
Yes.
In Celsius.
Yeah, it was so.
And it was like the dead of summer. We were like moving heavy furniture into this like sweltering building.
No.
It was the worst fucking day.
Really, really bad.
I mean, it was good because we had finally AC for the first time.
You had real AC. We didn't have real AC back in other place.
I guarantee you, there's still like shards of broken bottles from all the
that
times
shit was
I hit people
hilarious, dude.
In that
I
apartment.
remember, yeah.
a lot of those videos are gone now.
Really?
Like, because the Twitters got suspended, or like Bunty. A lot of them were on Bunty's. And Bunty got like nuked off of Twitter like 15 times.
Dude, I remember that.
Yeah.
He got like just fucking vaporized, and I was like, "What?"
He's like a fucking phoenix, man. Like he just lives for a little bit on Twitter, and then his Twitter gets nuked, and then he rises.
rises out the
He
ashes
pries
again.
himself out of the ashes.
Yeah,
that's a great piece of art. I would love to see
it
that.
sucks.
Bunty rising.
He was at VidCon.
I know, yeah, he was the driving force behind a lot of shit, you know.
2017, he was.
2017, even last year, he organized like a huge party with Jack's Films and fucking Gus and Eddie, and
he's a great guy, man. I really love that dude.
Yeah, I miss him. He couldn't be here because he's dumb and Canadian.
It's like I didn't understand how hard it was just to get a citizenship from Canada. I thought it was like easy
to get citizenship from Canada.
Yeah. I thought it'd be easier than every other place.
It's probably easier than like Mexico or
yeah, particularly Mexico's not good right now. Like that's not the move.
Yeah, no.
That's like not the place you want to go straight
Things
from.
Things are a bit tumultuous.
Things are very heated between us and the Mexicans.
But yeah, I don't know, man. It's just fucking.
This world
it's crazy. So I was literally looking at moving here. Still am actually. And when I get here, it's like
you might move to the
it's
States?
falling apart. California's falling apart.
Yeah, and then there's somebody's gonna come up to you and it's like, you thinking about the big one? The big one's coming. Like the
I
big
hate that shit. I hate the idea of that.
Yeah, I was getting that. Oh, the worst one. I was at Santa Monica Pier, and they've got like the roller coasters that go around, obviously.
Yeah.
And I was with 24 Frames and Nick. You met.
Yeah.
And it's not the first time I met him. I'm just sat there. I'm so tired. Everybody's jet lagged. It's like the first day in, and I'm sat there. I'm eating this like shitty burger on fucking Santa Monica Pier, and then the roller coaster goes round and everything shakes. And that's every time it goes round, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
But I must just not notice it the first time because I was so zoned out. And Nick just grabs me and he goes, "It's another earthquake! It's another earthquake!" And the whole place is shaking. And I literally like jumped out my skin and like woke me up completely. I thought I was going to die. And then he went, "Haha, just joking."
That's not funny.
I thought I was going to fucking die.
That's fucked up. That's like when we were at Tro's place. One of the nights of VidCon this year.
Yeah.
A bunch of people knocked on the door. I was like, police! I was like, you gotta be fucking joking. This would happen on like the first day that I'm here. Fuck me, right?
Yeah.
But it was just like people fucking with us. And it was like, oh my God, don't fucking do that.
Yeah, that shit.
I can't deal with those kind of jokes. I can't deal with jokes that are too close to reality. It's like, fuck, this is just another problem I don't have the time to deal with. Police come here right now. I'm just like, oh, fuck, dude, what do you want? Just take whatever you want.
Just like, don't move at all.
Arrest me quickly.
Just take whatever you want. You want me to get on the floor? You want me to stay here? I'll do whatever you want. Just don't.
It's amazing how afraid I am of police officers, even though I've done nothing. Like, if there's a cop behind me on the road, I'm immediately like, what have I done? What have I done? I must have done something.
For me, it's a little different.
They're going to pull me over and they're going to fucking beat me up and they're going to laugh at me and then they're going to take a photo and then tweet it out. Lol, here's Chris being beat up by us. Lol. Epic.
LAPD.
Yeah, LAPD. On their main Twitter.
On verified Twitter.
For me, California police have never gave me
it.
any problems. But what happens is, like, in New York, I got in so much shit from police officers.
Oh, and New York?
Dude, oh my God.
New York police officers are scary because they're just basically the army.
They take no bullshit, actually.
I remember
like, it's ridiculous.
when I was filming the Bleach thing, like all those years ago, and I was, because it's illegal to kill yourself, obviously.
Yeah, you can't do that.
Right? They'll stop you if you're trying to
They'll
do
intervene.
That. And I was in Times Square, and there are cops with, like, fucking...
guns.
Like, not guns.
It would have been funny if they shot you before you could do
before I
it.
could kill myself. No, they had, like proper-ass, like Call of Duty loadout weapons. You know, like, that's... Ooh...
They were probably rubber bullets.
Well, they're
which
there.
still really hurts.
Well, they're there because I'm sure, right?
Yeah.
But like they're there
It's
specifically
Manhattan.
because Times Square is a very huge place.
Yeah.
It's an iconic area. I'm sure hundreds of bombs have been defused in Times Square.
Yeah,
which
probably
is
a
insane,
ton.
probably.
Brilliant.
But
Never going to Times Square.
Times Square is honestly fine. But I remember being there. It's like, will they shoot me? Like, I don't want to. So I did the dumb thing where I approached them with the bleach bottle. I was like, hey. I'm just like letting you know I'm gonna be filming this thing. It's fake, and I was just terrified because I walked up to them immediately. They were like this. I was like, wait, whoa.
You want a bottle of bleach? They might think you're gonna pour it on them.
No, exactly. I didn't think about it. I didn't think about it, but it was like the scariest shit. But they were okay with it. It was like, all right, yeah, just don't do it next to us. Is what they said.
I got stopped so often because I just looked like the kind of kid that was gonna do some stupid shit.
Yeah.
Because I always had like a hoodie on and like fucking Jordans, and I'm just walking somewhere, and they were like, "Hey, what are you doing?" I'm like, "You know what I'm doing? I'm going to get food. I'm going to get food." Like I was like every time I was doing something actually bad, I never got caught. But every time I wasn't doing shit, I got stopped and talked about.
You were telling the story to me like that you broke like nearly all of your ribs when you were a kid, and I was like, oh, it must have been like 8. He must have been like 8.
No, I was a teenager.
He was like, no, I was like 16. I was like, what the fuck?
I was like a teenager.
He jumped off a fence onto a boulder.
I jumped off of. So let me explain this
On purpose?
So it's a fence I've jumped off of dozens of times.
Onto the same boulder.
I just keep breaking the same parts of my body. No, I jumped off this fence, but at this time I was like, fuck, I was way higher than I was. It was like one of the highest times I've ever been in my life. Like I jumped. And I'm sure
flying.
It wasn't only weed, I'm sure of it. It was definitely like one of those fucking the mixies. But I jumped, and then for some reason I didn't balance myself out, and I landed on top of a rock. But when I hit the rock, I hit like my chest hard.
Oh, that sounds.
So I hit the ground, and I immediately like came up on my knees and my like elbows, and I was like, I'm in so much pain. I'm in so much pain. So I stayed there for a while trying to balance my body out because my body went into survival mode because I was dying, but I was really high. Somebody was like, "Yo, let's try to ride this thing out, man. Like let's make this great." So I was just in a I was in so much pain that I stayed there until the ambulance got there. Then they got me when they came there. Then my grandmother pulled up and was screaming about how she's gonna beat my ass when I got out of the hospital. Because you know how parents, instead of like, "Hey, are you okay?" They're like, "I'm gonna fuck you up." Because I have to explain this now. Now I have to explain that you're hurt to other people. And it's embarrassing.
Yeah.
So that was a really, really bad day. That's why I don't jump off of high shit no more.
Yeah, no, I've never.
I'll just climb down.
I've never done anything like that. Although I've seen like last VidCon, apparently people like jumping over fences and stuff, and I was like, if that was me, I just would have. Goodbye, everyone.
Have you broken a bone?
Just both my pinky fingers by playing football.
Wow.
And literally not even in proper matches in training sessions where I would joke because I'm not a goalkeeper. Obviously, I'm like 5'1".
Yeah.
And I'd be like, wouldn't it be funny if I go in goal?
5'1".
Every time I go in goal, I break a finger. So I don't do it anymore. Because
Yeah,
it's
dude.
like It still hurts. It feels weird. It's like my hands feel weird because of the fact that I broke both of my fingers. First one was that my mate took a shot. I went to save it, and another mate behind the goal threw another ball, and I just kind of got caught in between both of them. So I saved it, but then the other ball, the one that was actually being hit, but was hit hard, and the one that was thrown hit my pinky finger and bent it all the way back to the point where it touched the back of my hand. And I was like, it's really purple, but we'll be fine. Then I had a French exam.
It's really purple. Your body changed color to like a fucking anime color.
Yeah, it was
like
purple.
Purple's not a natural human
I was like,
color.
it's a bruise. I was like, it's just a really bad bruise. I was like, there's no way it's broken. And then I went into school like 3 days later and was trying to write, and I was like, no, it's. And when I went to the person at the school, obviously does that stuff, and they're like, yeah, you broke your finger. I was like, I didn't know.
Shit, dude. I'm nice. I keep it moving.
Cool.
Yeah. I've never broken anything. I've dislocated my knees a bunch of times.
Oh,
I think I did that by mistake one time, and I felt the pain, so I started pushing it back to where it should have been.
Yeah, it's fucking
I
crazy.
felt it hurt a lot, and I was like, whoa.
It hurts a lot. The first time especially.
Yeah, the first time it's like anything.
Oh, a bone is like in a different place. It's not even like a break where you could be like, there's a lot of pain there. It's just like the pain of having muscle scooped out of where it's supposed to be.
It's like the question mark pain. It's like, I don't know what this is, and your body's like, what's going on?
Like,
why is that there?
Like, fucking, is this what getting hit by like a spell feels like? It's the weirdest.
Yeah.
It's the
Is this
weirdest
magic?
pain. Yeah, it's like a fucking expecto fucking whatever the hell. Patronus.
Yeah, that's what
really
my worst
weird.
injury is. My knee. I like snapped some tendons by playing football.
Oh shit!
It was the last game ever. I was subbed off because I was like, I've been running myself ragged, so I was just like too tired to play. Like physically, like I was like pulling up cramp, but then I would like sub myself back on because it was the last game ever we were gonna play. So I wanted to be on the pitch when the game ended, and literally as soon as the ball went up in the air, the referee blew the whistle. But I'd already jumped to head it. As soon as my foot left the floor, because I've been running myself so ragged, just like. Something snapped in my knee, and my leg went from like, obviously because you could bend it, to just full extension like that because there was nothing holding it back anymore.
Yeah.
So it was like that, and it made that noise as well that my arm just made when it cracked. I just did that, and then I landed on the floor. The worst thing about that is because obviously nobody was around me, and I hit the ground, and I'm like breathing in pain. Then the whole other team surround you, and they're like, "You fucking dived." Like, no, my body just gave up on me, and I'm in a lot of pain. I didn't blame it on anybody else. I didn't turn around and go, it was him. I was like, my fucking leg. And nobody took it seriously, because it's football, obviously, and people feign injuries until I started literally crawling off the pitch by dragging myself, like, by putting my hand. It was that painful that I, like, would dig my hand into that. And then I looked at my dad, who was standing there, and I was like, fucking pick me up. I was like, I'm in a lot of pain.
Help me.
So
Help
please.
me, parent.
Yes.
You're supposed to protect me.
Dude, the way people kick soccer ball, I've saw somebody get hit in the stomach and then throw up right afterwards. Like, they got hit and then immediately threw up.
I literally did that 2 weeks ago.
It was like, holy shit.
Haven't played in a year. Come back, play. And I was walking back. Somebody like booted the ball up. And I was walking back. And as soon as I got back to where the other team's defenders were, because I slowly walked back, I was like, I can't do this anymore. I was like, my footballing days are over. My mates kicked the ball back over again. So I was like, fuck it. So I turned, I ran, I scored. But as soon as I scored, like, and I stopped like sprinting, because you kind of just go into like primal mode.
Yeah.
I was just like, and then I was just slowed everything back down again. I was just like, my head was just spinning, and I was like, what the fuck is going on? And I walked to the side of the pitch, I just threw up. And I felt fine again. But I was like, I'm quite clearly really unfit. Which is why I'm doing Logan Paul's Challenger games.
Yeah.
Dude, it happens,
so
I
haven't learned.
I can't play basketball like that anymore. I was like once in really good shape. Now I'm just fat.
Yeah,
It's been a long time.
You just lose it. Like,
I don't know what the hell happened.
I played basketball for like 7 years. Like, I played on the team for like freshman year to junior year. I played like in middle school the whole time. And like, I can still dribble a basketball and I still understand how to shoot a basketball.
Yeah.
But maneuvering the court like I used to is like just insane.
My eyes have no stamina.
And then since I'm not the same weight I used to be anymore, my body doesn't really know how to like move the right way or like catch my own body.
Your muscle memory
is from when
for
I
a
was
specific
thin.
kind of weight.
And it's like, oh shit! Like I try to jump, I try to stop quickly. I try to like pivot and I can't because my body's like, whoa, you don't weigh that anymore. You weigh way more than that. You can't go spinning off your foot and then running like you used to because you'll just fall down.
It's fucking crazy.
It's
man.
weird,
like,
dude.
There's a pretty good chance that I was probably like the fastest person in any room that I was in. I was fucking fast, and then like immediately like both my knees exploded. I was like,
Yeah, but
I can't do any of
It's
this.
insane,
man.
dude. You literally lose it.
Yeah, if I crouch down now, you hear my left knee like click into place.
Oh
It's
yeah,
like,
both of my knees.
because there's like
fucked.
I'm pretty sure why they just wore down whatever it is. Like, is it cartilage around it? So it's
Yeah.
just bone on bone.
So you're gonna
which is-
fucking race Logan Paul with your bum ass?
Yes. So either I come out of it having to, I better get travel insurance for next time I come back.
It's probably a good
Yeah,
idea.
probably gonna do because I probably will fuck something up. Because I suppose I put myself in for the hurdles as well.
You gotta
Because
like
I
jump a ton of rope and get your body used to being on your own feet.
Oh
like that speed again.
he doesn't know this yet, but my whole game plan is to come last. I thought it'd be funny.
Well, this will be out probably after it.
I shot him with a DM completely out of the blue. He didn't follow me or anything. I was like, let me compete. And he was like, oh, you really think you're up for the challenge? And I was like, yes. The challenge to come last in every event that you put me in for.
Oh, absolutely. That's how you.
He doesn't know that. I think about my main worry is that he keeps on now talking about the fact that if he beats people, they owe him 100 grand. So I think I may have got myself a bit too far into the deep end on this one.
Yeah, maybe that's a steep price. For
You just want to
Becoming
give. You
last.
want to give me a
in
little bit, almost.
everything.
You want to give me near $1 million, like in the same range of. Yeah, go ahead and just give me
I'm going to
$10th of $1 million. It's cool.
try to get a sponsor on that. Pay it off.
Dude, just
Will
honestly,
you cover my losing streak if I wear honey all over the honey brand Squarespace t-shirt,
It's completely advertiser friendly.
Squarespace headband?
They're like fucking NASCAR. That'd be sick.
Yeah,
not a
But
bad
for
idea,
people,
honestly.
but for people,
But
you
for
NASCAR
people-
a person out.
Yeah, you just
Like
like
got
a
fucking
race.
Kellogg's fucking socks on.
socks. Yeah,
Nah, it wouldn't be
hilarious.
Kelly. It'd be like NordVPN.
NordVPN
Like,
socks,
Oh my God.
Squarespace armbands,
Yeah,
and a honey headband.
Fucking
Yeah.
Dollar Shave Club fucking shirt on.
Yeah, exactly.
That'd be
Yeah.
hilarious.
Put
Yeah,
some
that's-
stickers on your arm.
Yeah.
Exactly like NASCAR. That
Maybe-
part
It
is all just racing commercials.
It is.
Commercials racing each other.
It
It
is.
so
really,
weird.
it's weird. It is weird.
It's-
I always
NASCAR's
say
such a strange ass fucking thing. Cause like those cars don't weigh shit, bro. They like if you crash, it's like, hey man, that's the end of the story.
It's like the person just left standing there with no car around them when they crash. I was just like,
It's,
oh,
insane. It's
my
like a
car's-
fucking cartoon.
Yeah.
It's like a go-kart with a fucking real engine in it. That's all it is.
It's like those fucking Roadrunner cartoons. When like you just be like you.
when the car goes off the cliff and the guy's just still stood there.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
That's
really
literally
fucking.
what
I
that
would
is
never.
like.
I would never. That's just too fast, man. It's too much speed.
I don't know, man.
Like moving well above 100 miles per hour is just terrifying in my mind. Like
yeah,
it's
And
just
that'll be
too
me
quick.
when I race Logan Paul.
yeah.
I'll be
sprinting.
moving above it. I'll be moving at 100 miles per hour.
dude, just don't fall. Whatever you do, just don't fall down.
I remember.
I'm down for hurdle, shot put, and long jump.
I'm.
I put myself down for long jump because I'm really.
How does the
really
shot puts the
long.
ball right?
I could probably do a pretty good long jump.
I don't think
think-
me and you can because the person I used to know who was the long jump county record, he was 6'7".
Oh well, yeah. Like, obviously balanced for height. I think
Yeah, that's
I
true.
could probably do pretty good.
Yeah,
But
It's insane.
I'm
They
not-
like literally. It's insane.
Well, you
seeing
have to
them
have
jump.
a long stride.
You have to have
So, like,
long stride.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not really rating my chances, but my main thing is I've kind of thought, oh, it'll be like funny YouTubers doing funny events and everything.
Yeah.
I mean, now I'm looking, it's like YouTubers who are kind of like ex-professional footballers and ex-professional athletes.
Who else is doing it? Do you know anybody else who's doing it?
There's a couple people who I know, but they play for like they're like in the football zone of UK YouTube,
Oh.
so they're like semi-professional footballers.
Yeah.
I was more thinking like, oh, the sidemen will turn up, and it was like, no, it's me and a bunch of people who actually want to be athletes, who actually are going to the gym, and it's in like 2 weeks.
Oh
I'm
shit.
so fucked.
You'll be
You'll be
alright.
alright, man. What's the worst
Yeah.
thing
But then there's a
lose?
big tug of war at the end as well. That is what I'm most.
The
looking
best
forward
thing that
to.
you could hope for is that you break all of your limbs.
During
and then,
the
and
event.
then it'd be like,
Or
best
Logan
video
hurts
ever.
himself, or Logan like in the middle doing just hurts himself bad, and you're like,
or he
fuck.
cheats. He cheats at his own game. He turns and like trips him, dude.
he kicks me in the head.
He kicks him in the head.
He fucking,
I'm about to beat him, and he just fucking grabs my legs, pulls me out.
That's fucking. That'd be like, wow, this is a good watch. I'm glad I subbed. I'm
Yeah.
glad I subbed and watched.
But
it.
when I saw it, I was like, oh, I can't not do it because it's just so stupid.
It is pretty dumb. I didn't know
Let's go
about
for
it.
I
But
didn't.
I would never do the boxing. I've been asked to.
No, no.
I've been asked to do the boxing, and I'm
What like the actual boxing, like the whole like YouTube boxing
yeah,
shit?
like, actually beat the shit out of
Oh
somebody
my
who I
god,
know.
that shit is the stupidest thing ever, man. It's
People
just
like it though.
it's
I don't
so
know.
dumb because
I
like
went.
seeing
I went. It was very interesting.
I mean, I'd imagine it'd be like interesting seeing. It's because seeing
I'm
people
looking
fight.
at I'm looking at my mates beating each other up in a ring with a whole crowd, a whole filled stadium of people watching my friends beat the shit out of each other.
It's
And
so
it's fascinating.
It's so weird, dude. I can't. It's like I just can't. it's just like I don't care about people that aren't boxers boxing. Like I watch boxers box. If I wanted to watch people fuck each other up, I would just go on Old World Star and watch them beat the life out of each other. You know, like I don't
really care about boxers fighting each other. Honestly, like it's just
I've never put boxing on.
Yeah,
I like
it's a
seeing
guy beating another guy up, I guess. And
I like seeing people good at each other beating each other up. Like I don't. It's like watching a UFC fight amongst kids. It's like I don't want to see kids fight each other. I don't know what they're doing.
What do you mean? That's like the best. Cause they're so ruthless.
It's cold. It's colder to them.
Fighting is the best fighting you'll ever see.
Did I tell you the story
about
double?
They're just emulating like cartoons they've seen.
Yes.
So it's just them like
and video games.
Yeah, and video games. Like
it's like Mortal Kombat moves.
Yeah, they try to do like these dumb spin kicks, and it's like and some kid who doesn't play video games, he just smacks a kid into the ground.
Did you ever see? Did I tell you about a double uppercut? About how two looked to fight and one kid double uppercutted him. And he hit him hard as shit. Like the other kid's head. Anime. The other kid like head went back and fell over, and I was like, "Whoa!"
Pushed it through.
How's it going? You're good. Okay. It's been a mess anyway.
It's like it's insane, dude. Like a double uppercut is like some shit you'd see like in fucking Naruto.
It's an anime thing. It's not real. It's not. I don't even know how you would even draw that in an anime in a way that wouldn't make it look awkward.
He just went down and pulled his hands up together, and I was like, "Whoa!"
So I've barely witnessed anybody ever really fight each other in school. I watched my one of my mates. It was like he made it apparent he was gonna go hit this other kid, and like everybody crowded around him, like the whole playground. And he basically just slapped him around the face, and he was like, "Don't do whatever you did again." And he walked away. And then the other one was.
That's so emasculating.
One thing people used to do is we used to have to, because obviously in England it's all fucking uniforms. We're in like blazers and like buttoned up shirts.
Even at
ties.
do you got, wait?
That was up until like 16.
Because I went to Catholic school, and that's kind of how it is in Catholic school.
My middle school at first.
Institute, but like
like that, but just that's what we have to do till 16. So
you just have secular Catholic school.
Yeah, and
that's
then
weird.
Yeah, it is very odd, and they also are very religious. All of the ones in England as well. So that was used to be odd. They used to be like, "Got to walk to church this week," and I'd be like, "Why the fuck?"
You went to Catholic school. That's what that is, basically.
Yeah, pretty much. But like without realizing that's what I walked into. Yeah, because it's a public school, and like, but yeah, they do like, "Oh, we're all walking to church this week," and I'd be like, "What the fuck is going on?" It's like, what?
So weird.
And because the thing is, when you get a bunch of kids who don't want to do it, they just start taking the piss out of the priest.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, that's all. That's all we ever really did.
That's all it is. Yeah, it was very odd, but yeah.
I'm super not a Catholic school kind. I would have died.
Were you the one who showed me that video? The little girl pushing a priest.
That was a grown ass woman.
That was a woman.
That was a grown ass woman shoving a priest off a stage. I could not believe it. I was like, she took it to him, bro. That's
like a genuine act against God.
Yeah, like literally.
That's actually aggressive. Like that's an assault. Like forget the whole religion thing.
Yeah,
like
you're just pushing.
Why are you assaulting that man? He's definitely not spry. He's gonna knock him off.
He's gonna be like you. He's gonna be on the ground with his caved in ribs.
Shit, then
praying to God.
Everything's funny until you fucking.
Okay.
Please, really high.
Ribs, please.
That shit is, man. I can't laugh about it because it hurts so much to inhale, man.
Still to this day.
Nah, now it's fine. But if someone pushes my ribs too hard, I'm like, stop, chill, bro, chill. I can feel them moving out of place again. Like
that's apprehension. That's like apprehension pains afterwards. Like
it's like, watch out.
You get really protective of the area that you like fucked up. Like
yeah,
I get really freaked out about my knees.
Yeah,
like all the time, even though they're fine.
Can't play in goal anymore.
No,
it's
fuck
like
it.
I get scared to like do really anything that requires any form of like genuine. Like I don't like pushing anything. Like if I have to like open anything, it's like I'm just like, well, my finger snaps. It just snaps in half.
Yeah, you just feel like it's gonna happen for no reason.
Yeah,
like you're gonna swat like a bee, and the bee's just gonna push it.
Yeah, the bee's gonna be a little sturdier than a regular bee, and like, get off me, and then your finger's fucked again.
I could see that, man. My cousin was driving down the street in his Ford Focus, hit a bee, gone off the road,
dead
in an early grave. The saddest funeral I've ever been to. Really,
it'd be like that, man. Sometimes. One time I saw a turkey started drowning all of a sudden.
Don't they like look up at the sky and like? Just,
dude, I think that's real.
Is it chickens or turkeys that look up at the sky when it's raining and they just drown? What? Is that real? I heard that was like a myth.
I think that's real.
I've never heard of this.
Never heard of this?
It could be false, but like, god damn, they're birds. They're stupid.
I don't know. They used to be dinosaurs, man. They used to fuck people up.
I mean,
well,
and they used to fuck other dinosaurs up.
They all died as well, didn't they?
Yeah, but it's not their fault, you know.
You don't know that. You weren't there.
Like
That's true. I don't know how the fuck they, Could have been some dude with a knife.
That took
push a dinosaur.
They all got surrounded around the nearest McDonald's.
Push a
they're
dinosaur
like,
up to a
"Please."
pizza place.
They were like,
and just
shanking him up.
stab it repeatedly.
They all went to the nearest McDonald's and asked for help, and nobody came.
The dinosaur said, "Please help me," and they were like, "Get the fuck away from me, stupid dinosaur."
It's a scene out of the next Jurassic World movie. Some dinosaur gets pushed. They try to integrate the dinosaurs into society, and one gets pushed up to like a
It's like one of the giant ones. Though. It's like one of the really big dinosaurs. So they got to stab them a whole bunch.
It's the dumbest
It's the
fucking
most
thing.
ridiculous.
Yeah, I can't wait to go back to London. Witness loads of stabbings again.
Yeah,
No
well,
acid attacks yet though, but apparently they're really common.
really?
I haven't seen any though.
Yeah, but yeah, apparently they're really big.
Do people just throw acid in people's faces?
Literally, yes.
Apparently that's a thing. Like I
I
can't.
heard that was like a terrorist thing, but I didn't know it was like a fucking thing that just sort of happens.
Yeah. shit's terroristic,
it's like,
bro.
I think it's actually one
I
of
guess
the
when you don't have a fucking gun.
it's one of
you
the
know?
highest figures that people do.
Yeah, people gotta think outside the box, man.
Yeah, when you don't have access to guns, you just gotta. You end up with the most creative fucking psychos. I
you end up
guess.
Yes.
making smarter killers.
You just make like, hey, I built this clay. I built that clay that reverts people to a third trimester fetus. It's like,
I
what
made-
the
Where's
fuck?
that magic?
Yeah, it's basically.
doing spells.
I made this variant of water that makes people brain dead. It's like, what the fuck, dude? What are you talking
I'm
about?
surprised we don't
It's
have
like
like
neurotoxin. It's like,
suit like green goblins and supervillains walking around on like cool flying.
just because it's because this gun laws are so heavy there.
I saw some dude like earlier today on my Twitter feed.
The
some
hovercraft
dude,
shit,
like,
right?
On the hovercraft, it looked exactly like the fucking
Green Goblin. That
I
shit was
can't
terrifying.
understand hovercrafts. I just don't. It just don't make sense to my brain. Like,
Yeah,
it's
at
like,
They're
one
crafts
point-
that hover. What do you fucking?
Well, but it was the way.
then that's how do they work?
The way he was riding it. Like at one point, I was like, it didn't even look like he was pointing it at the ground anymore. So I was like, how the fuck is he still hovering? I don't. Really
Yeah, I don't know.
understand.
There's some crazy alien shit in there.
How do you hover? Like, how does that work?
I
Like,
had. Yeah, I don't know.
What happens if you walk under that? So you get pushed. to the
Your skin
floor?
gets peeled off. It's like a
is it-
banana.
Like, is it
That's what
magnetism?
I'm always like, if you go over anybody, they just like
well,
get.
it's like a drone. I
They
imagine.
just
right?
get it folded into the ground.
Like it's like a jet. Like a
I
fucking
imagine it's
jet.
just like a crazy industrial drone. So it's probably just the way like drones, like because you see a drone super high up, and at a certain point you think it can't possibly be pushing itself off the ground. You know,
Oh, yeah,
it's just
it's
it just lifts based on just propulsion. So I assume it's probably
So
the
it's-
same
so
thing. So
it's
if you stand
just-
under it, you're probably gonna be I don't know. You're probably gonna lose hair or like something. It's probably
so
really
it's like
strong
just.
glass.
I don't get it. Like even drones to a certain extent, like they just have propellers under them and they turn fast enough so they can lift up, and then they
Drones
go
are heavy, man.
flying. It's like I know,
And they're loud as fuck.
I know we've used that one together. It's
Yeah.
fucking terrifying.
oh, you were drone.
Yeah, it's right there. I haven't used it in a while though because like it's a city, so they get really prissy about it.
Oh yeah, you're not allowed to. They
Yeah.
sell
Oh
they
yeah,
sell them in
something
London.
bad could happen.
I did it once in Glendale just to test it out, just to see if it could go super high and deal with the electrical interference. And some dude came out of his house threatening me.
Oh really?
Take that away, you spying on me? It was weird.
You're like, I don't know.
It's
you
like, I don't
I
give a
just sort
shit
of
about
like
it.
my immediate defense mechanism is to just pretend to be as insane as possible so that nobody would dare come up to me because they wouldn't be able to predict anything. So I just started like spitting up all over myself and like just sort of like being like, I'm going home soon. And like it just sort of worked. He just like, all right.
Wait, just
How the
left
fuck?
you
How the,
alone.
that's what you think of. I'll be like, hey, I just don't care about you enough. Leave me the fuck alone.
It's just like
Yeah, I'd be like, yeah,
But
why?
you think I'm just gonna go crazy and they're gonna get scared?
it works for the most part. Like anybody like that who's like provoked to come out. Like if it's like a person on the street, you just have to look like angry. You know, it's just like a New York thing. Like if you're in New York, you just learn the best ways to get people not to talk to you.
Yeah,
Because you
I've been having this because on the way to my friend's apartment and my one, it's a 30-second walk.
Yeah.
But there are people in between that who try and sell you weed, and they're always there. And I was walking with one of my other friends the other day, and they asked them, and they just started talking to them. And they told me, they were like, oh yeah, they asked me, I didn't know what to do. I was like, it's London, you ignore everyone. And then we walked the same place together. We're like, oi, oi, oi. I just fucking looked at him, didn't exchange any words, and I just like carried on walking.
Yeah.
And I was like, now they know not to fucking ask me.
I can't do that anymore. I used to be able to. I used to like have the mean mug on whenever I walk around places, but now I'm just like, I just don't want to seem like fucking threatening.
I just put headphones in.
So I just walk around. People are like, even when remember when me, you and Derek going to Chipotle?
Yeah.
And that person tried to talk to me, and I was like, oh my fucking God, what about my eyes looks like I'm talkative? I'm big and scary. Just leave me alone. But everybody's
You
like,
don't
no,
put
let's
on
speak
the-
to
you
him.
don't put on the threatening.
It happens a
I
lot more here,
don't.
though. So people in America constantly can't speak talks to. I have no
It's
idea.
LA though. LA's
I
full
think
of
America in general
cookies.
is kind of talkative. Like
Yeah.
people will come up to you and they'll be like, crazy, huh?
Yeah, like
Or they're like-
And you'll make a friend.
I bought a shirt, and then some guy was like, nice shirt, and then a Tozy.
People don't do that.
Sat
People
over
don't do
there.
that anywhere else.
Alan was like, he was talking to you, and I was like, what? He was already gone by the time I realised what was going on.
It's just
He
talking.
was like, really nice shirt, and I was like,
yeah.
well, who the fuck are you talking to?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
fuck you.
I've done that before. I've done it, be like, nice shirt, dude. If it's something like super obscure that
It's
I
not
don't get a
impressive.
kick
I
out
usually
of.
be like, yo, that's pretty sick.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, don't talk to me anymore.
Yeah, but it's that's the base of the interaction. It's like maybe that'll help that person's day or whatever. I don't give a shit. You know?
I was just queuing in a Starbucks and completely zoned out. So at least it was like I was not on the planet.
Yeah.
He started to speak to me. I'm just like, don't know what's going on.
Nah, for sure.
That's been happening at the convention though, because it's like I go there and I forget that people actually want to talk to me. So people were having a conversation with me, they'll be like, "Oh shit, you talking to me?" I'll be like, "Yes, I was talking to you."
Yeah, I've done that a couple times already.
Yeah,
It's kind of embarrassing. I'll do it with like people that I like, genuinely give a shit about too. Like people like I think Rumi was talking to me. And
Yeah,
I was
the
like,
parties.
I just sort of zoned out, and I was like, oh shit, it's Rumi. I should probably be
Oh
paying.
yeah, I should probably speak.
I was
back
paying
to
attention. I just got like I don't know. I saw something out of the corner of my eye, and I thought like, what the fuck is that? That guy looks weird. And then I like zoned out.
every
and I was-
VidCon party ever.
yeah, basically. Yeah.
Is it that weird there? Like, are people that kooky?
I don't know.
No, it's
Every now and again, there's like some interaction that you'll have that'll be like, that's a little
Or a
weird.
bunch of people turn up and everybody's gonna go, "Do you know them? Do you know them? Do you know them? Do you know them?" Nobody knows this person. How do they get in?
No, exactly.
Which happens every single
That's
time.
crazy. I like the
This
idea
year
of the
was pretty-
weirdies.
was pretty good about it though. There were like very few. Like the years before were
It was
pretty like
terrible.
insane. Like
The
we just had
one-
people like, who the fuck?
The
are
one
these
at
people?
my place
Yeah.
that we had was the fucking.
I
just-
left. I was like, I'm leaving. I don't
I went to-
trust my shit around people I don't know.
I went to bed.
Yeah.
I just went to bed. I was like, I don't want to be around these people. I don't know who any of them are.
That's so fucking strange, dude. It's just so odd that like
It's just a
it's-
very new style. It's just a very new thing that because I think previously like
There's no established boundaries as well.
There's
a
no
lot-
established
that makes it
boundaries.
weirder. Also,
Because a lot of people, it's like, for example, it's the first time they go somewhere and the first time you get recognised by like 100 people and nobody's kind of expecting that you're the type of person
Yeah.
100 people recognise. So then you turn up and you're very used to just being like, if you meet somebody and they speak to you, you're nice to them.
yeah,
Because you don't expect them to want anything from you or be trying to
or
break
latch on to
break
you.
into your house.
yeah.
That's so
whereas
weird to me, dude.
It's one of the things now. Is just like you kind of have to like learn to be a bit of a dickhead,
Sometimes you gotta be
Yeah.
like, hey man, we're going home.
We gotta move, man.
and
But, like, it's
you're
weird because
and
it's
you're
like-
not coming.
But it's
Please
just,
don't get in my Uber because people jump in Ubers as
Yeah.
well. That's
It's
happened.
crazy. But like,
Really? That's so fucking
'cause people
strange
will,
to
like,
me.
well, what happens is people who are fans, and this is fine by the way. You're a fan.
It's
whatever,
understandable,
fine.
yeah.
But like they'll kind of latch into the group, and then they'll, who's getting in this Uber? It's like, oh, I'll go with. They'll get in first, and they'll be like, oh, I'll go with Allexx or whatever.
Yeah, and you don't,
like-
and sometimes you don't
and you don't
know
wanna
who
be
those,
like-
and you don't know who some people are because you don't know if some people are somebody else's friend.
Yeah, you're gonna
Exactly.
show away someone else's friend. So it's like
There's so many people, like it's impossible to know for
that's
sure.
so
whoever it is.
weird to me.
But
dude.
also, it's just like this very different kind of environment that we're in now, where like previously, you're not gonna get in Brad Pitt's car, You're not gonna go in like a famous person's car because you understand like there's some kind of clear boundary. But with YouTube, it's this weird like middle ground level of
Fame, it's like,
notoriety,
yeah.
where it's like you're not famous really, but
Yeah, nobody,
you're-
and you're not expecting people to want to get in your Uber.
yeah, you don't expect that because you're like, I don't know.
Whereas if you're in a movie, I think you kind of just like, people
Yeah.
will be trying to fucking.
There's something
stalk.
so
If
weirdly
you're on
detached
a
about
screen,
it.
if you're in like Avengers Endgame, and your face is plastered
You
in
need
front
security
of millions
guards,
of people,
yeah.
you assume like you're probably paid well, you probably have security, you're probably you probably live in a place that's pretty not that's isolated
not
relatively,
public, yeah, it's
or
not
at
really
least
public.
around other people who are in similar situations. That's what the hills are. But like with YouTube or just like internet people,
It's a free for all.
it's just kind of like a bunch of normal people who like also just kind of are going on assuming that everything's kind of normal, and you don't feel like you have to set those boundaries because why would you think
Because
that?
one of the things that happened was people were filming at one of the get-togethers, and I was
Yeah.
like, I don't know these people, but so I don't want to say just don't film because what if it turns out they've all got like they're all big YouTubers, and I've told them to like fuck off.
No, exactly.
And then it's also like, but also worst case scenario, they keep on pointing the camera at me, and I'm just having like
Yeah.
genuine conversations with my friends.
And then you seem like a
like-
dick if you like. It's weird. It's
That's
definitely
also
it's a weird
strange to me.
environment.
It's so strange to me. It's like it's the idea of people like just everything about like this fame is such a foreign idea and concept to me because of the fact that I feel like I'm such a regular human being.
Yeah, I think
That's what-
everybody does.
Well,
It's
yeah.
like I'm just not like I'm not
Let's not get too ahead. Let's not get ahead. You're not famous.
No, I'm not saying. I'm
if you turned up to VidCon, trust me, everybody would know you.
What I'm trying to say is, I'm not saying I'm famous. I'm not. But what I'm saying is, like, usually in my mind, what dictates as fame is just like something that's very different from what idea of fame is currently.
It's a different idea.
It's a different idea.
It's a younger generation who's like spent a lot of time watching internet shit.
Yeah.
So like
it's
PewDiePie's
just
way huger than like, you know.
Yeah.
Than like other people that are like big artists or something like that. Like some actual artists, something like that.
Yeah.
And it's just strange to me. It's just, that's all it is. Like, I don't think I'm famous at all. Like, I'm not famous. I'm just a guy that's featured in one of my friends' videos.
I don't know, man. It's a weird.
It's why VidCon is kind of like centralized. So it's like normally, I mean, it's got a lot worse recently. Not like it's a bad thing. I'm not bothered by it. I go to VidCon to be recognised, so it's not an issue. It's more just like when we go to the hotels and then people follow you over there, and it's like, look, I go to VidCon to meet you, to chat, to say hello. Like, as soon as I'm out of VidCon, it's like, like if you run into me in a hotel, I've taken pictures with people, but it's like, don't follow me from. If you intentionally follow me from VidCon to there, it's like there's boundaries, because but if we run into each other in the street, like I meet people in London all the time. I love taking pictures of people. It's great, especially when you're out there, because it's like, oh wow, I have an impact enough where you could fucking catch me when I'm like looking terrible in the middle of London. Whereas at VidCon, I think it's very different, because like you go there to do all the meet and greet stuff, and I dedicate like 4 hours a day to it. And then when you just kind of sat, it's also because like when I leave, it's because I'm literally like, I don't want to really be around too many fans, because I literally have no energy left.
Yeah.
Like
it's super draining.
I found it really hard to.
It's fun.
I could not even listen to everybody else when I was in the bars or even at the after parties. I was just kind of like about to fall asleep every single time. So it's like I leave because I'm like, I feel terrible now, so I've got to go. Really.
I understand that. It makes sense. It's just like it's just the whole boundary thing. It's not really established.
It's not
as
established.
Much.
It's very new.
And you don't want to feel like a dickhead for telling people like, because I've never tell people to go away unless they're really, really pushing it, and most people don't. I've never had a bad experience with a fan ever.
That's good.
Very rare.
You'd assume you wouldn't really have this. It'd be a level of respect, because like, if they're a fan of you, they should have at least some like modicum of respect. Like, hey, he's clearly tired. Let me just leave this person be.
But like people, I don't know.
I've only have it with other YouTubers, really.
What?
Who have bad experiences. Yeah. Fans are normally fine. Some other YouTubers really push their luck.
That sucks.
It's a bit. Whatever.
Hey.
It's fun though. You should go.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, no, it's great. It's great.
You guys are just turning me off to
it.
That's
such a small part about it, but I suppose.
Oh no, I understand, dude. Because whenever I meet like other YouTubers that come here, it's always fucking like I haven't met a person I don't like yet from YouTube.
Yeah.
Everyone I've met so far, like Derek has become actually one of my friends. So it's like bunch. Like I really, really enjoy those guys. Like, every time somebody comes up, it's like a really good time seeing them, because like they're funny. It's good being around people that are.
That's why I love VidCon. Because it's like you surround yourself with some just really class people, especially this year. Yeah. A lot of people turned up who normally wouldn't.
No, exactly. It's super cool. I was super happy that Wang and Rusty came.
That's
Elvis
I've
the
been
Alien.
waiting to meet those guys for ages.
Yeah, I've always wanted to meet Elvis the Alien. He's like one of the reasons I started making commentary videos. So.
He was fucking cool.
Yeah.
I love Elvis.
And then he fell asleep the whole of the last day.
He vanished.
He disappeared the last
Area
day?
51. That's where
he went to Area 51.
I don't like that shit, man. Don't bring that shit up.
What? Are you not going to storm Area 51
No, the
with
fuck
us?
I'm not.
Yeah, with us?
Yeah, I'm going.
Are you?
Yeah.
I don't want to deal. I don't want to either get arrested
or die
or end up seeing something I'm not ready for.
What if they just punch you in the ribs?
Then I'm in a worse spot. Then I'm like, oh man, I can't breathe. Also, I'm in a desert.
If they lightly press on your ribs,
they hold me down, and then one guy just gets on my ribs and starts pushing down. I'm like, oh my god, this is the worst.
You know what's terrifying about that is that them doing that would mean they would know.
They probably
know about me.
What do you think is in there?
Which means there's something there. Man.
I don't want to find out if there's aliens.
It's probably not aliens. It's probably like
crazy ass weapons. I'd be like
Mark Zuckerberg's other bodies.
The other clones.
It's probably just a fucking portal gun or some shit, and it's like, oh man, we can't give people this.
You'd hope they move everything out of it just in case. I like to believe that they've gone. Well, what if they do make it?
What if they actually get?
What if they actually get through? So they move everything out of back end.
I wonder if that's actually like, because there's so many people that follow it.
There's a
got to
lot.
1.1 million.
There
No.
has to at
It's a
least
million?
be at least 5 people that are
At
going
least
to show
5
up.
at 1.1 million, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a fair shot, right?
Like
That's
5?
a fair estimate.
People are going to go, yes, 100%.
That's gonna be fucking weird. I'm
I think a
definitely
bunch of people are
gonna
gonna
be glued to
go.
my TV. I'm definitely gonna be glued to the internet that day.
Yeah.
This is like, oh my god! Like,
I hope someone
imagine somebody
streams it.
live streams them rating it, and it's like, what the? First of all, that's trespassing.
So you're like instantly become an enemy of the state.
You're definitely like a target
I
at
mean,
that moment.
you know what that means? It means suddenly there's going to be a lot of people who aren't citizens anymore, and that means there's going to be a lot less traffic in general.
You know
if
what?
all of them show up,
We need to get half of LA to Area
yeah.
51.
if half of LA, if half of LA is listening to this,
Just go.
Go
Half
to
of you
Area-
guys go.
just all of you could go really, and it's pretty good. But
Just
like,
go and see if there's aliens.
just go
Find
and
that.
see. You know,
Find that sweet alien punani. Go find that.
Yeah, that's the end goal.
That's-
it's like hopefully the aliens are hot.